Hi, I'm Mark. This is On Your Marks Run. This is my 8th week of Manchester Marathon training. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well, you're enjoying your running and training. So just to recap on last week's video, where I went through my 7th week of marathon training. I also spoke about my longest run so far during the Manchester Marathon build-up, which was 22 miles. Also a little bit of news, I signed up for and run the Eastbourne half marathon, so I'll cover that and how that affected my week of marathon training. So just a short video this week covering my 8th week of marathon training and how it went. It was a lighter cutback week this week, so I didn't have to do so many miles. So yeah, my marathon plan kind of went out the window really for this week. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through it day by day. Yeah, so on the Tuesday I went for an easy paced run. I think that was about 5.5 miles, and that was about a 10-minute mile pace. Yeah, so I got a nice bit of recovery in after my 22-mile run on the Sunday, so that was good. And then on the Wednesday I had a day's annual leave, so I decided to do a double run day. Yeah, this was all done at easy pace. I decided to do a 10-mile run before lunch and a 6-mile run after lunch, and that was all run at about a 10-minute mile pace, so quite a nice enjoyable pace. And I got my 16 miles in for the day, so that was good. And then on the Saturday, as usual, I like to get a park run in, so I decided to go to Eastbourne Park Run. Yeah, I knew they had their pace a day, which they have once a month, so I decided to see if there were any slots available. I think there was only one slot available, and that was the 33-minute pacer, but I didn't mind. I had the Eastbourne half marathon to consider, so I thought what I'll do is get down there, sort of do a couple of miles warm up, and then do my pacing duties, the volunteer role. Yeah, so I did that, enjoyed it. I had a few people follow me. Yeah, I think they all took off with about 300 or 400 meters to go, so they all had good runs. Yeah, enjoyed that. I do like pacing and volunteering. Yeah, so that was a good morning. And then on the Sunday, as I said at the start of the video, I had signed up for a late entry to the Eastbourne half marathon. Yeah, I decided to do this because a lot of my friends were doing it, so there's no social runs on for the weekend, and I thought what I could do is run this at marathon pace. So yeah, that was the plan, and yeah, so that's what I did. And yeah, I had a good run, enjoyed it. I think I did the 13 odd miles in 7:39 pace, so a little bit quicker than marathon pace. But yeah, it was a good kind of stepping stone between the tempo runs that I'd been doing, because I think I'd got up to about 9 miles on those, and of course I had the Lid 20 miler coming up, which again would be done at marathon pace. So yeah, this was a good kind of bridge between those two distances, another little measure of how my fitness was going. Yeah, so I was pleased with the run, it was on pace. Yeah, so that was good. So I did reduce my mileage for this cutback week, and I did most of my runs at a slower pace so I could get some recovery in, and then I was ready to run that faster pace for the Eastbourne half marathon. And the total running for the week was 39 miles, not including cross training or walking, so still a pretty good total, and I did get that recovery in, so that was good. So now I'm at my peak mileage for this Manchester Marathon training block. The cutback weeks change. Instead of being one every 3 weeks, they're now every other week, so that helps with recovery after those bigger weeks of training near the end of the schedule. So the way my marathon schedule works at this stage is that you do a heavy week of training with a 20 miler and your 2 marathon pace runs and the other recovery runs for that week, and then the following week you'll have a cutback week, and then you go again. And that 1 week on, 1 week off strategy for those harder training weeks at the end of the marathon schedule should not only help maintain the fitness that I've gained, hopefully should give me further fitness gains as I do those harder weeks up until the taper. Yeah, so I'm still feeling okay, obviously a bit tired. We're over halfway through the marathon schedule now. Of course, that's what it's about. As you go through the marathon schedule, you're running on tired legs, you're building up that accumulative fatigue, which obviously builds up your endurance, which you need for race day. Obviously I've got to get my rest in on those cutback weeks, get plenty of sleep, eat the right foods. Yeah, but I'm doing that and feeling okay, looking forward to the next week of training. And of course I've got the Lid 20 mile race next week, so that's something to look forward to see where I'm at fitness wise. Well, that was my training this week. How's your training going? Maybe you've done a prep race too, just to see how your fitness is going. Are you feeling confident? Maybe add something down in the comment section. It's always good to hear how others are doing too. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe like, subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you can see future videos on my progress during marathon training, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.